Yes, guys. Yes, people. 1 second. There we go. We're back. Probably need to turn the mic down a bit as well because typical. But yes, guys. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video. Obviously, the stream is a little bit later than it usually is, but I had to rush off to the Don Robbie Studios for a stream. So we're back, but we still got a preview for you guys. Jamie, I see you in the comment section. Yes, I am actually going to Brighton. Don't worry about it. I told you, man. Chelsea home and away in Europe. We never miss a game here on Carefree Lewis G. But big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts on everything regarding the Brighton and Chelsea game. Yes, just the Brighton and Chelsea game, please, and transfer news. But big up everyone. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. Let's get to 100 likes. And yeah, let's get into it. Fatta, bro, what are you saying, man? You all good?
Yeah, all good. It's never easy to be a Chelsea fan for the last few days, you know. And yeah, hopefully we might be bounced back tomorrow, but you never know. But we'll see. We'll see with the analysis with the lineup so far later on.
Yeah, God knows what to expect from this game, but I just think we're gonna suffer. It is what it is. Alex, what are you telling me, bro? You all right?
Yeah, ready for the game tomorrow. Tired of talking about the same.
In the comments.
Tired of talking about the same thing. I just want the transfer window to close so we will move on with drama and everybody.
But wait, so you don't want to talk about Lukaku and Mason Mount for 3 hours?
That's the least of our problem. That's the least of our problem right now. Now we gotta deal with bigger problem.
Money.
Anyway, move on.
Yeah, let's go. Scott, what are you saying, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, bro. You know, the news that's come out is disappointing. It's about all I'm gonna say on the matter. But yeah, it's just looking forward. I think I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. I don't really know. Depends who plays. Depends if it's going to be toxic after the game. Depends, you know, on a few things. But I'm on the same. I'm kind of in the same mind as Alex. I can't. Part of me wants the window over just so I can judge this club as its intentions going forward. Really.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. Yeah, you think you know people, and then they turn out to be utter scum. But that's what I'm gonna say on it. Ziad, what are you saying, bro?
I'll leave then. No, okay.
Chillin', man. Chillin'.
Yeah, you AC hater, get out, dickhead. I'll be off. Ziad, what are you saying, bro?
Chillin', bro. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting. Am I excited? A little bit, yeah, because I want to see what we perform like. You know, this team is so like you can't expect what to with this Chelsea team. So I'm excited to see it. Seeing all the reaction you found on Twitter talking about Tucle out, Lukaku, just get on with it, man. It still can end on with a very good season. So let's just pray for the best.
Yeah, Daniel as well. What are you telling me, my guy?
Yo, some man in this team need to sleep with one eye open because if tomorrow they're terrible, it's gonna get peak. It's gonna get peak for them.
By the way, is that a home game or away game?
Away.
It's gonna get horrible for them. But listen, man, I'm anxious. Let's see how this game goes.
Prepared to suffer.
Otherwise, I'm good, man.
Look at Alex. Oh shit.
Last but not least, Andrew, what are you telling me, my guy?
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't even know if I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. It's one of those, man. Don't worry, if we win well, someone will find something to complain about. We always do. Okay. Even on wins, we're not satisfied. But you know, it's just a must-win tomorrow for me because I don't want to be in a top 4 race for the 5th season in a row. So you know, but yeah.
Yeah, I will say I think we're already in that space right now. I didn't notice it. Arsenal can overtake us if they win their games in hand. Yeah. They've got better goal difference on us, and can't be asked. All this money and we're back in another fucking top 4 race.
Just want to point out as well, this is an Arsenal team. We talk about our problems going forward. This is an Arsenal team with only one proper striker, and he leaves in the summer.
And not even a proper DM as well. Can't be asked. But yeah, we're here.
Is at least Basuma is not going to be back pocketing player, so Basuma is at AFCON, so maybe that will be a benefit us or something. I don't know. For fuck's sake.
Mhm.
Do you know how sad it is that we have
It
to
should be a benefit.
pray that our team players are on the AFCON?
Yep. I
Don't
mean, that's
even
how
know.
Arsenal got the
And
North
listen to
London
the-
supposed to
derby
be
called
have,
off.
and we're supposed to have the best midfield in the freaking world.
But listen to who you're saying it's about. It's not even about the player. It's about the team they're on. It's Brighton. You know what I mean? It's not like you're talking about City or Liverpool or Arsenal or Spurs, even United. You're talking about Brighton. That's what we're talking about. We're glad that their best
Brighton
player
that
is a
fighting for
Welsh-
relegation for the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, even if we're just imagine the name. Just imagine 5 years ago you're saying that about we're worried about a Brighton midfielder dominating us again like he did in the home game. That's just madness, utter madness. But you know, we're okay. We shouldn't really talk about this, guys. We're spoiled. We're entitled. Chelsea fans, you know, we should just settle for what we have and be patient. You know, like all the other fans want us to be. But
Trust the process.
Oh God! Oh my
I hate
God.
that. I hate that so much. Being
That is
told
a
to
failure.
settle what
That's
you
a
have.
failure for motto.
I'm
That motto is a failure.
Just
Bro,
believe, man.
Andrew.
Don't
Andrew,
worry.
that's being
Lukaku will
told.
get a good touch sooner or later.
I still have a
Pulisic
prescription.
will have some
I
impact.
still have a prescription, so I'm reserving for tomorrow. I'm not gonna take it today.
Andrew, that phrase being told to settle what you have is that
Yeah.
I hate that so much. Like, raise your fucking standards. Like, where is your standards gone for this football club
You see,
to settle with what you
people
have?
don't understand
That's
that.
that's like being miserable. That's like being miserable in a relationship or going out with like a 2 out of 10 and being told to settle. No, I've better standards, bro. I don't care if I look like shit. I've got standards. I don't care. I've got fucking standards.
Oh my word! People don't understand how actually that time of surgery played good for me to be on drugs to watch the game. Because
You needed to. I'm surprised that game didn't send you back to bed after the first goal. We were hideous. And Brighton, I know they're going to be a struggle for us too. I know they're going to give us a tough game. And they battered us in the last match too. That whole second half was painful.
It was
Midfield tore us apart. They would have scored more goals if they had better finishing.
I saw some people as well try to tell me that was a 50-50 game. And they only won because of a wonder strike.
If it was a 50-50 game, it was only because we had so many good chances that we absolutely floundered. Like, you had to show with one of the worst individual performances of the season. Maybe that I've seen live in a Chelsea shirt.
Josh Kennedy masterclass in common.
Oh, Kennedy.
no,
you know what? Yeah, if we get him in time, put him at left wing back. Anyone except that traffic cone Alonso.
No, Lewis, I was talking about the City game, sorry. The City game, I heard people saying that was a 50-50 game and we just lost because of a wonder strike. Like, did you watch the same game as I did?
We got pammed. We got absolutely pammed by them. The midfield didn't offer anything. The attack was 3 holograms. Alonso was just getting spun up by Sterling all game. The only saving grace was Malang Sarr, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger. And that was it. And Kepa. That's it. Everything else stunk. Midfield 4 stunk. The front 3 all stunk. It was terrible football. I don't know who's saying that was a 50-50 game because that wasn't.
And we got dominated.
How many? I just wonder how many people are gonna take the L and say, "Yo, I was wrong. Sarr is actually a decent defender."
Happily. But the thing is, Sarr was good, very good, and the fact that he had to cover for Marcus Alonso at the left.
The funny part is he was a good prospect because he's young. That's why we bought
Alex,
him.
you know you're supposed to go on loan to a German second division team in the summer. Not even like Bundesliga, a German second division team on loan, and they pulled out the deal. Not us. They pulled out the deal. So
I bet you they regret it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, as well,
imagine
who
would we pay that now?
The thing is with Sarr is he's been decent this year when we've called upon him. Like the Brentford game, he was good. There was another game he was good. I think he had one poor game. I can't remember who it was against. And everyone went, "Oh, he's shit. He's terrible." As though, like you said, he's not 22.
Was it a League Cup game against Villa
League
or
Cup
something?
game.
He's 18, right? He's 18, right?
Acting like
he's
he's not
older,
22.
He's older?
Something like that. Yeah.
I think he's 22. But it's like,
Imagine if he'd had gone on loan. Who would we be playing?
I mean, of course, he needs to learn. He's still young, sir. Like, of course, he's gonna be cut. This is why I was saying that last season compared to this season, the whole thing with Yeah, the guy was right actually. Zenit, he was poor against Zenit. That's the one that he was poor.
That's the way you were.
But the whole thing with Chelsea and the forwards is like I reserve my criticism for that specific until the summer. I want to survive until summer, top 4, to see what directions we're going. Are we going directions where Tuchel take us? Are we going to directions where club and board are taking it? And that's the biggest question. People keep people saying that we are supposed to be like how. Like Scott said, scouts are the problem, and Marina is a problem. Peter Cech is a problem. Everybody is a problem. But I think we need to know before Chelsea's before this particular moment at Chelsea, we used to not build the team around a specific manager all the time. So now we need to decide that this summer, are we building a team around the Tuchel, or we gonna go and buy players based on how we did it before? And that's is the actual problem. We need to know, the fans needs to know the directions which way club is going. Are we going behind Tuchel or we're not going behind Tuchel? And that's the simple question. I don't care about the scouts. I don't care about anything that. I just want to know the club, which directions is club decide to go.
But
And if it's and I will know if Lukaku gets sold, I will know.
Well, you'll also
The thing
know.
is-
You'll also, it's based on where we finish as well.
the thing
If
is,
we are not,
it's easy-
Yeah,
because
that's
we're
what she
not-
said too,
We're,
but-
we're in a top 4 race. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let's finish
At the
in top
moment,
4
yeah.
first.
at the moment, yeah, we're in the top 4 ways.
Do you any of you here will say Tuchel out if we don't get
No.
top 4?
Nope.
No, no.
Because the
You didn't even
argument
have
I've
to
made
answer that
since-
one. Nope.
the argument I've made before is we have reached the point in time where there, bar maybe 2, and 1 won't come to this football club. There are possibly, as I said, 2 managers who you could come in and they could win something straight away. At a stretch, 2. We have reached the stage where there are no more managers that are win now, or there are very few. So
Listen.
anyone you bring in to a project.
If we don't make top 4,
if we need a project, then go for the guy that's already in charge. What was that, Dan?
if we don't make top 4, I don't think any of us will have to be Tuchel out.
No,
will
he'll go. He'll be gone if we don't make top 4.
If I'll say this now, if
That'll
he
be
goes-
one of the most demoralizing things I've seen from
Like
this
top
club.
I'm
Because
telling you this
it
now,
will not
you
be
can
his
clip
fault.
this. You
If
can
he
clip
gets
this
sacked
as
for
well.
not
If
winning
he-
the league, but we know how we are. Like,
Yeah.
if he goes now, I'm done. Like, getting emotional over Chelsea. I'm gonna just watch football for the sake of watching football because I enjoy it.
That
I'll
will
watch
just show that
I
all
still
this,
get,
all
I
the
get
fans,
emotional
all the
just
fans
now about the
talking about
managers.
legends.
Like,
This is the best manager we've had since Jose Mourinho. If they ain't gonna trust him, then I'm done with this.
If
I'm done.
they end up fucking us up and sacking Tuchel, there is no point of any Chelsea fan getting excited of anything anymore. New signings, new managers, even if we fucking beat City
Here's the
5-0
thing,
in the league, there's
the
no
fact
point
that you
anymore.
guys still have the fact that you guys still have strong emotional ties like that, when we've seen Di Matteo and Lampard, we've seen 2 legends be sacked like it's nothing. We've seen older player legends being sold without a proper send-off. Like we've seen Mourinho get sacked twice for less. We've seen Ancelotti get sacked for less.
For
The fact that
less?
you guys still have the fact that you guys sort of
Well,
still have
Jose's
this sort
first
of-
spell was for less.
the first spell is what I mean.
Like,
The
if
fact
you
that
remember,
guys-
He
Jose-
left on his
the
own
fact
first
that,
spell.
the fact that you
he said
guys,
he can't be.
you guys think this will be the tipping point of if he gets sacked, he will be done. Like, wow.
No, I think what it is that
First of all, Di Matteo
everyone's-
it was in the wrong position. He
I
just
don't know,
got
but
there,
I-
just
I
got
agree with
there.
him too. I agree.
That's
Alex,
completely out, and I don't care.
Alex,
You can
Alex,
whatever
don't nit-
worse
Alex,
he's
don't-
now.
Alex, don't nitpick and actually listen to what I said. Don't nitpick the little things. Just listen to what I said.
Lampard, same thing.
Yeah, I get, and I also agree. Lampard was a bomb, but actually listen to what I said. Don't nitpick the little things.
What the fuck did you need Nick picked it? I just literally cut
Yeah.
both the managers that you said it.
And you were never mind. Okay, whatever. Andrew, what were you saying?
No fucking Andrew, you're not running away. I'm not finished with you.
You're nitpicking. You're nitpicking. The
Braun
little things I
Strowman
said.
settings.
It's
Let's
fine.
go.
It doesn't. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Andrew, what did you say?
He said, "Don't jump after conversation and answer what I'm asking you. Do you think Di
I did
Matteo
answer
should?"
the what?
No, you didn't. I'm asking you a question. Do you think Di Matteo should stay at the job?
No, that's not. But that's also not what I
Again,
said.
next,
I said.
next.
I said we've seen legends get sacked and treated poorly at our club. That's what I said.
Why? Why is the legend? Did they do it as the players or they did it as the managers?
I mentioned
Russian,
both. I
Russian
mentioned,
bot.
Come on.
That was a
Russian
glitch.
bot.
Lewis, that was a glitch,
I
right?
What
mentioned-
place was
Yeah, it
what?
happens all the
What
time.
place was
mentioned
Di
both. I
Matteo
mentioned
when he
both.
got fired?
I mentioned
I've no idea.
both. I mentioned both. Again, it doesn't matter. You're nitpicking the little things.
He was
It's
third.
Fine. Move on. Andrew,
was.
what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying that, you know, if that happens, then this club's just operating the way it has been for the past 12 years. So all this talk of fans, you know, every talk of fans, we should have patience, or other fans saying should have patience. You've got to tell the board to have patience first. As soon as the board show patience, then the whole fan base will change. We've been brought up in chaos, and it rattles other teams that we're the only team who can get through chaos and win a trophy every 2 years. Three things have never happened at this club, and one of them is going to happen this season. We're going to go over 5 years since we haven't won a league. That's going to happen this year. Yeah. And I don't think real change will happen unless one of these two things happens either. We don't win a trophy for 2 years, or we don't get in the Champions League consecutively for 2 years. That's the only thing I can really think that will have drastic change at this club. Because that Champions League, I will never turn down a Champions League.
Do you not think
It's not going to be
happens the other
drastic
way
change.
around?
They'll just spend a shitload of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Win 1 year, and then
just throw it.
But you gotta accept. You gotta accept who you are. Like I'm not.
The thing is, we can spend a shit ton of money. It's about whether you get. It's about getting the right players in. I don't care if we spend 300 million. If it's 300 million on good players that makes sense. If it's 300 million on dross that makes no fucking sense and we don't need, then it's the same shit as always.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. I think calling for
like
people
they
of
always
patience.
do, right? They spend enough. Like by the end of, I promise you, by the end of next year, they will have spent like 700 million in 3 years or in 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll get a few of the right players in. Oh yeah, you see, our plan fucking works. We got some right players. Yeah, but you had 10 others in that time that were completely shit.
Yeah.
It's just the law of averages. On average, we honestly get 1 out of every 6 right.
And do you know what, Dan? Do you know what makes it worse? By the way, is when you've got the teams around you. When you've got the teams around you getting it right and getting better and getting closer to you. You look at Arsenal in one transfer window, managed to sort a load of positions that they had issues with, in terms of squad depth in certain areas, in terms of a problem area at right back, in terms of issues they had creatively. They've still got issues, but they fixed most of them in one transfer window. They're looking at a guy that's going to fix so many problems with them up front this transfer window. Who's to say in the summer they don't fix more problems? Then all of a sudden they're closer. So all of a sudden we're doing this stupid thing of just like we're not. The way we're going about business is stupid, and it's allowing everyone else to catch up, and it's allowing City and Liverpool to pull away from us. So then we're in this top 4 race.
But
we talked about.
Again, Scott, here's the problem that you see, and I thought that we'll be able to give Tucle time, and also as fans have patience because we won the Champions League. Like, okay, you've bought yourself a couple of years. When you're hearing news that not that he was okay with going into next year with the team with the forward line that he had, what that's telling me is that he was trying to build something. He knew he wasn't going to win it this year, but that pressure is on him by our board. So when that pressure is on you and they say you have to win next year, of course he's going to say yes to 90 mil striker or whoever else and say, yes, of course I need this guy because I have to win now. But if we're patient and just gave him time, this summer he would have probably bought his DM and his center back and see how his strikers work or his forward line works. And then next summer, get a fucking striker.
Do you think the pressure is just from our
then
board?
we could compete by next year. But now we've pushed our fucking timeline back at least another couple of years.
Do you think our pressure is just from our board? Because if the
I think a lot of
fans
it is
show,
from the board.
but I think a lot of it is also from if the fans show patience, and say we finish 5th, worst case scenario, or 6th. If the fans show patience with Tucle and don't freak out, I think the board will be less inclined to sack him.
Can I be real? I think when it comes to fears about Thomas Tuchel being sacked, I think everyone's just worried based on what Chelsea were like in the past. But I've said numerous times that I don't think Chelsea have the same cutthroat mentality that they had before we won our first Champions League. And you can see in every manager that we've gone through, there's been a reason why they've been sacked. Di Matteo wasn't cut out for the job. Benitez was only here as an interim
But he was a
role, and
legend. We treated him bad. He was a legend.
No, we
And-
didn't. We didn't.
And Jose was
Rafa
No,
Benitez
Prime said
didn't.
that he's a legend. We treated
One
badly.
doesn't matter. Benitez, like, obviously was interim, and
First
with
Champions
how
League.
the fans didn't work, with how the fans were treating him, it was never going to last long anyway. Jose was meant to be our long-term manager, but 15-16 was such a car crash we couldn't keep him at the job. Hiddink, again, interim manager. Conte fell out with the board to a point where the job was just untenable. Sarri felt homesick. Lampard was inexperienced, and now we're here with Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea haven't been as cutthroat as they used to be. I think everyone's worried because of the past, but I don't think that's the same Chelsea with now. I think if Conte didn't have the fallout with the board, he would have still been manager in 18-19. He only got sacked because of the fallout. That's the only reason.
But Lewis,
So when it comes to Tuchel, I don't think he's getting sacked if he drop out.
Lewis, hold on.
Go on, Brian.
Say Tuchel, say from now to the end of the season, there's a massive fallout like with what happened with Jose in his third season. If the fans
Yeah, but like
are
that's the big if.
No, but
If we lose our next 9 games.
I'm thinking about this again. Worst case scenario: if the fans are united with Tuchel and back him fully, or stand by him.
I know, but like,
I don't
let's
think
be
the
real.
board would
If
be
we
willing to
lost
sack
all
him.
of our games towards the end of the season, he probably would be sacked. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but again, I think they'd be less inclined to do it if the fans are united. The reason why
The fans are united.
They're not all united.
I'm saying
The vast majority are united. The minority doesn't matter.
I'm saying worst
back
case,
in Tuchel, yeah, they are.
I'm saying worst case scenario, and the reason why I'm saying this is I'm going based off kind of what happened with Lampard. They could have sacked him much earlier, but they waited so long because people were still united with him. If the same thing with Tuchel, if people are still united with Tuchel, then I think they'll be less inclined to sack him.
I think there's only a minority that are against Tuchel, and it's such a minority. It's not that deep. The vast majority are with Tuchel. They will die for this guy.
Minority or not, right? In their eyes, they've spent 350 million in 2 windows. If he doesn't get top 4, he's going to get fired.
No, but they've only spent 100 with Tuchel, and that was on one player.
Here's something you have to understand. When he signed the contract, he didn't sign a 5-year contract. He didn't sign a 4-year contract. He signed a 1.5-year contract. Meaning his understanding with the board was you're going to achieve something with the squad you currently have.
Yeah,
Top
and then
4
they
is the
extended
minimum.
it to 24.
Right.
Yeah.
Top 4 is the minimum. And in their eyes as well, they feel like, we spent.
Top 4 isn't the minimum. Top 4 is a basic
Hold on.
requirement.
Yeah, for last year, right? So from last year to this year, they feel like they've given him a 100 mil striker as well. So you already had a top 4 team, and we gave you a 100 mil striker. If you don't make top 4, you're gonna get fired. Like there's no other discussion. The fans love you, nothing. He will
Don't
get
even
fired.
think maybe top
I don't
4
think that's
as a
happening.
Tottenham.
No, but the thing is,
This
Dan,
is the way we work.
but
Like,
Dan, if that's the mindset.
I'm saying Conte would have been kept in despite finishing 5th place if it wasn't for the way he fell out with the board.
yeah,
if it
it's
wasn't
about
for that,
it's
he would
not
have
about the
still
fans.
managed
Dan,
to make
It's not
Dan,
about
that
the
mindset-
fans. It's about the board, right?
I would say, Dan, that mindset that you're talking about is exactly the problem that I've had with this board during this window, and it's the exact thing I've been highlighting. It's the fact that this board would not have that mindset if there were people involved upstairs that had an understanding of how football works. You can't expect a guy who doesn't fit the system at all to just, it doesn't matter whether he costs £1, £10, £100, £100 million. If he doesn't fit the system, you can't expect him to come in and pull up trees unless he is a level of Benzema or whatever, or like an R9 back in the day. And this is my point. There are not people upstairs who have any understanding of football and how it works, tactically speaking, on the pitch. You can't expect that to happen unless you give Tuchel the players that are going to work for him. And if you do have that expectation, then you're just stupid and it's unrealistic. And that's where it has to change. The attitude of the board has to change to understanding what Tuchel needs. Look at most other top teams. They have people upstairs who know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to football. You look at City with the guy from Barca, whose name I cannot pronounce to save my life. You look at the fact
Scott.
Liverpool with Michael Edwards, I understand he's leaving. Even Arsenal to a certain extent. Even people like Villa, teams like that.
Scott, this is where I'll put. This is where, and some people might take this however they want. This is where I'll put a slight blame on Tuchel because he has an understanding of the club that he's coming into, and he says that every single time he's in an interview. even when he was asked about the 1.5 years. He understands all that. He understands the scope of the players that he has, the club that he's coming into. So he understands that at Chelsea, you're not going to get that time to be able to build or rebuild or any of that. And he took the job knowing that, right? And I believe he can do with. He's only going to get fired if he falls out with the on board. And if he doesn't do that, because he's going to make top four, I don't think that's even a question. If he expresses the kind of emotion or anger some of our fans are wanting him to, he's not going to be here, right? If he deals with it and makes his top three every year and we win competitions or whatever it is, then he wouldn't get fired, and they might even let him build. But the way our board works, I don't expect them to change when it comes to the summer, or because us as fans like who the manager is. Just look at their track record. When they spend a lot of money, if they don't win, they fire. That's how it always works.
The only way that board doesn't do it when here's how it worked previously, because what's his name? Lewis was right. Lampard. It took a long time for Lampard to be sacked. It took a really long time for Lampard to be sacked. So the board made the decision
what do you
earlier.
Consider a long time?
Well, past what his
if Lampard didn't make top four, he would have been sacked after the FA Cup final, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah,
right.
But hold on a second. Let me finish my point.
In December, right? The start of December, he got fired at the end of January.
He was supposed to be sacked after
knowing our club,
anyway.
what we're considering a long time is 4 weeks.
He was supposed to be sacked after the FA Cup final anyway. They wanted to sack him. Roman said no.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Roman is the one that actually said no to the board and said he's staying because he knew that there was going to be a fallout with the fans.
Oh,
yeah.
So here's the situation that I'm hoping is going to be.
But they were always ready for if form dipped because they only saw him as a temporary solution anyway.
So they wanted to sack him, but if I ask some people on the panel, they believe that the board backed him when he came to the summer and signed all those players for him. But
they signed him for Chelsea. They didn't sign for Lampard.
They didn't sign him for him. They signed him for Chelsea. Yeah, right. He did put the word like he will agree with some players. So don't get me wrong. It's not like he said I want this player and they got him for him. It's not that. I think it's like what do you?
Yeah,
think
he wanted the Ziyech. He wanted.
They didn't get the exact player. They got the profile of player he wanted. They didn't get the exact player.
Here's what.
Bar the DM. The only thing they didn't get him. The only thing they didn't get him was the DM.
Rice, whatever.
Oh, God forbid we didn't sign Lewis Dunk instead of Thiago Silva for Frank. Wow.
So that's my point.
And Chilwell. Safe guys in the comments.
It can't be. If it's both, then that means our board is the most asinine board ever. You want to see you want to sack somebody, but then you back him by signing the players that he wants. It makes no sense.
That's how. Dan, this is where the conversation me and Scott had before the stream started. What are you complaining? Are you complaining about this signings, or are you complaining how a club is running? Because signings are not determined on one thing. Signings are signings, but I have problem the way a club is running. That's my problem. My problem is decision making. Like, are we sticking with system that we build around it, or we blaming the guy, poor bald guy that signed a couple of bad players, which is actually how it works. The signings are lottery. Literally, it's a lottery. How you sign the players.
It is.
This is the problem. Are you going to run?
This is why you have easier. This is why you pay so much money on your scouting network, so it's not so much of a freaking lottery.
And it can be made easier by
as much research as possible.
And it can be made easier
that's what I'm saying.
Net.
If we're making money off those signings as a loans, that doesn't mean that we're gonna go and fire them if we're making the money. So the problem starts. It's bigger than scouting.
But the problem is we're making them on loans because they haven't been good enough to go into the first team or the squad. The manager doesn't want them, so that's why we're making money.
Buy them in the first place for the first team.
We shouldn't buy them in the first place.
Buy who?
How are we going to make money?
The majority of the money that they make from loans or from the youth that they send out, not from these guys that they're paying wages for. They spend 20 million.
Hold on a second. Barkley, when we signed him, he was 23.
Yeah.
So he is a youth.
7 years.
You're picking one player.
No. I'm not saying. Okay, who did we buy old and send in on loan?
He wasn't a youth player. He was established at Everton. He wasn't
I'm
a
saying
youth player.
when I say youth player, I mean from our
Yeah,
academy. Those are the ones that make us money because first of all, we're paying nothing for them when it comes to wages. So when we're learning them out and you learn them onto the championship, you're making profit. But you're talking about all these other guys like a Bakayoko. We have to amortize 40 million over 4 years. That's 10 mil every year. So
and
if
Daniel,
you're getting 10 mil for him, it has to go into that 10 mil that you've amortized over the 4 years.
And
It has to
Daniel, a
go
perfect
to that.
example of that. Just sorry to interrupt. A perfect example of
Yeah.
that. Look at Michi Batshuayi. Leeds came in with a £10 million offer. Wasn't what we wanted with 15. So what do? We renewed his contract for a year, sent him to Besiktas on loan for a loan fee of £135,000 with no option to buy, and he's now sitting on the bench. So what's the logic there? What's the thought process in that whole thing?
And Scott,
I'd love to know the whole thought process there.
His initial price was 40 million, which is amortized over 4 years or 4.5 years, however long he's there. So, and his wage. So if we loan him out and we get a 5 million fee, that's just going into the fucking 10 mil that's been amortized. We're not making any profit on that. We're just paying our bills. So it helps us pay our bills. But when people think we're making profit off those players, we're not. It's off the players like Gallagher that you're loaning out, and they're paying his wages and they're giving
the
you
one
a
who went
fee
to
because he's making nothing.
Pass the centre back. What's his name?
We're
We
still
sold 20 million.
We're still playing Baba Rahman after 6 years.
Apparently Emerson wants to return to Chelsea.
Who does?
Via RMC Sport.
Who wants to return?
RMC Sport.
Emerson.
I don't believe that for a second.
Wait,
I
who
don't
wants to
believe that for a
return?
second.
Sorry?
Emerson.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't believe that for a second.
I don't believe any transfer rumors from any journalist because they.
He wants to come back to be third choice.
Yeah, all the rumors on any transfers in and out of Chelsea, I don't believe.
He wants to come back to a club where he was third choice, barely played, was being played centre back and left forward over where he was actually meant to be played.
You're missing out.
Sorry, Andrew. A club where he's playing week in, week out, is arguably in their top 3 best players of this season. Nah, bullshit. Sorry, I call bullshit.
I just want to say you're missing out the important thing. The next sentence needs to say Tucle has personally requested him. Chelsea fans to believe it. So.
That's just a little buzzword, so we can agree with it.
That's why I was. That's why I was bringing the big question.
Option to buy because I think he has a 15 million option to buy, right?
Yeah,
it's around that. It's like between 13 and 15 million, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I hope they keep him. Please trigger that.
If they have the money, they probably will. Just because, as I said, he's been really good for them this season.
He's one of their first choice players. He's playing.
He should stay there. He needs to dig his heels and say, "No, I'm not coming back to Chelsea." Fuck that.
Nobody will offer Batshuayi for 15 mil, man.
Like I said, bro. Like I said, they don't even start him at Besiktas. He's their backup striker.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Guy literally hit himself in the head with a ball in a World Cup. Literally.
And that's one of his career highlights.
That's the type of business I'm talking about, though. That came out of nowhere. That was a £33 million.
Here's the
£33 million he cost.
Yeah, but he was one of the hardest young prospects at that time. If Chelsea doesn't go for it, this is how it works.
But Alex, Alex, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. Chelsea bought him. Conte hardly ever fucking used him.
I know.
He'd rather play Pedro, Hazard, or Willian up front.
This is why I prefer Chelsea buy those players and loan them back to the club again. That's how we bought De Bruyne in the first place.
Don't buy them in the first place. You've saved 33 million.
How do you know? How do you know that it will not work out?
Because again, you go back and look at his characteristics and his attributes. It comes back to the same.
He's 18 years old. You're gonna look his characteristics, man.
At the time, he was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he like a Ross Barkley? He was 23 at the time, I think.
No.
Yeah, it's 23. Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Michi
Batshuayi.
When he came to Chelsea, he was young.
He wasn't 18. I'm very
23.
sure.
Not 18, but he's definitely not 23.
He was 23.
He's up in his 20s.
He was 23.
Listen, he was in his 20s, and it comes to two things. If you're not sure about these guys. Even if he was 9.
By the way, that's Emiliano's thing.
If you're not sure,
Emiliano wanted him. because
Yeah, sure.
because
But if you're
what's the
not
name? Belgium had the next Brazil.
listen, he
Oh my, sorry,
he
just
was
on the
4 out of
Batshuayi
5.
thing.
He was
He was 4 out of
22
5.
when he signed. He was
Daniel.
22
He
when
was
he
4 out
signed.
of 5.
There
No,
we
no,
go.
he was
Either way,
20.
if you're
He was 23. He was
if if
24
he's
on the
that
He's 22
young
Batshuayi.
and all that,
He's
He's
born in
22.
he's that
92.
He
young and
just
all
looked
that,
that
and
up.
you're not
I,
sure. If it's that much
Just
of a
looked it up.
gamble, why the fuck would you pay 40 million for?
Also, as well, have you seen? I've just all I've had to do is I know they can edit it. I've gone on Wikipedia. Have you seen the other two teams that were in for him before we went in for him? It was West Ham
I
and
didn't.
Palace.
I didn't even know I didn't know we were in for him until we signed him. Until it announced.
Like
They
this
announced
guy
that
we
was with
signed
me,
him.
I
though.
think,
West
as well.
Ham
Yeah,
and Palace, so we want to
I
sign
didn't know
him.
who he was.
Yeah.
I was thinking, who's this
No,
guy? Oh, he's from
he was more
Dortmund.
than he was for Dortmund. He was on Dortmund radar. I remember those days when before he signed. He was a young prospect actually. He was a really good young prospect. Look, this is how scouting works. You can't get you can't. Just stop it. This is how Real Madrid got that oligarch for 60 million. That's how it works. Sometimes that's how it works. Martial from Man United.
He was like 17.
Alex, that's fine. I think what some of us are like, why do we keep giving this guy a 1-year contract when it doesn't work out?
No,
Just let
it's
him
not
leave
even
for free.
Because
let him leave for free.
Andrew, it's not even
because they
about
will
him.
get 5-10 million euros, but it's
we
not
didn't
for
for
free.
this one. But we didn't for this one, did we? Got 135.
Yes,
grand
you're
on
right.
it.
They're getting 5-10 million euros to make up for that bill that's coming for the next year. I get that. But my point is this. You're naming one or two players in different teams, right? Odegaard that's cool. It happened with
Yeah.
Odegaard, but the
Madrid,
rest
yeah.
of their team and the rest of their youngsters are working for them. Val
Yeah.
Werner's working for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like the guys who
Yeah,
actually came in.
Sensio. Yeah, Sensio.
Yeah.
and all
So
that, yeah.
that's 1 out of 5 that didn't work. For us, it's 5 out of 6 that doesn't work.
Yeah,
It's a much higher ratio. Once
I
in a
see what
while,
you're
you're going to
saying.
get
Yeah,
players
I
that
see what
don't
you're
work,
saying.
and you can deal with it because it's one player. You can deal with figuring out what to do with their wages, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But when you have to do that for 7 players, that's when it becomes a massive problem for you.
There are genuinely 11 to 15 players on this team that should not be on this team right now. Deadwood.
Oh.
Can you genuinely? This is a genuine. If someone can answer this for me, I'd love to know. Is there any other team, top team in world football you can think of right now that has that issue?
I don't think. I believe. I don't. Here's my problem. I don't
United,
have 11
maybe.
players. I don't see 11 players
I
are better than
don't
our
think
team.
really.
Most
You
of them
see
are
I
it,
think
I
11
don't.
players too much, Scott.
Shit, maybe Spurs, but they're not
Yeah,
really
maybe Spurs. Maybe Spurs. Yeah, that's it.
No, you're
I don't
talking about
see it
top
in our
teams, so
team
a team
11
that
players
competes
to be
at the
bad.
highest level. So
It
that'd be
used to be
Bayern
Arsenal.
Munich, that'd be Bayern Munich, Man City, and Liverpool. Those are the 3 teams that compete at the highest level. They don't have the
even
competition.
Liverpool. Their squad is their squad
Scotland,
building is
right.
terrible. Their first team is awesome, but their squad building isn't very good. I think we have the
Better than ours.
ability to have a hybrid squad as good as Bayern's.
Yeah.
I think because of the money that we have and the influence that we have, we can definitely do that. Can we be as niche and get everything as perfect as Liverpool do? Fuck no. Or even City? Fuck no. We see how our scouts are. And even with
I've
perfect
just counted.
scouts, we still get things wrong. Because
I've
we don't
just
take
counted.
Can you
time.
name your 11 players that you want to gun
Liverpool-
up Chelsea?
I've counted 10. I've counted at least 10.
Okay.
Is 6 of those
Liverpool-
Marcus
what,
Alonso?
Liverpool's-
No, so a
Liverpool's-
couple of these are in
One
my
of them's
opinion
AC.
they're not good enough.
By the
you've
way,
got
they're not even gonna. They're not gonna even be on the bench. They're not good enough even to be on the bench, right?
I'm talking about people that are not good enough and are Deadwood in this club.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like not even on the bench for Chelsea.
I'm talking about they shouldn't even be on the bench because they're shit.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
You've got Batshuayi, Drinkwater,
Oh, fuck, I thought you were
Bakayoko,
talking about the
Emerson,
current squad.
Rahman, Miazga, Ampadu, Castillo, Clark Salter. You've got
Really,
Masonda,
Scott? Really,
Kennedy.
Scott? Really, Scott?
Yeah, none of the people I mentioned so far are good enough.
Players, man, not these
Respect
idiots.
Clark Salter's
I'm talking about
masterclass
current
against Brighton
club,
in
man,
that
in the
friendly
club
2
right
years ago.
now.
Another fucking
See
double
it.
back. Another fucking double
Wait,
barrel.
Ross
hold
Barkley,
on.
Loftus-Cheek,
Hold on.
Timo Werner,
Scott, hold on one second.
and Marcus Alonso.
Jamal Blackman.
Scott,
Wait, Timo's looking off our bench.
Blackman's
gone, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll agree with all of
Lewis.
those except for like some of the youth players because they're costing us $5,000 on our wage bill every week. They're really costing us nothing.
Take out Dan. The thing is,
If they're not there, it
I
doesn't
named
affect us. It's
I
the
named-
players like
I named
freaking
two. No, Dan.
go ahead.
Okay, even if I take out the youth players, I named 2 youth players. That's the indictment.
Yeah, no, I agree with the rest of your list though. Like those guys are on high
That's,
wages.
as I said,
So you can't even
it's
sign
10,
certain
11,
players because you're
15
paying these
to
guys
15 players. It's
150K.
embarrassing.
You're
And
paying
half
these
of them are on
guys
fucking
80K.
half of them are on fucking loan as well. Just get rid of them. Stop fucking paying their wages. Stop doing this bullshit. Get
Well,
rid
the
of
loan
them.
system's gonna be a lot harder next season anyway. Like we can't loan out as much as we normally do, so we're gonna have to start doing that.
No, not for us. What people misunderstand is most of our loanees are the younger players.
Yeah.
That's still gonna happen. Like we loan out a lot of young players every year, and we make a lot of money off that. You know, like
I thought you're gonna name the
conjecture.
squad from starting 11 players, but apparently you went to Club History Museum and start pulling players out of that list. But move on.
Bro, these people are still part of our squad.
I
and
don't
they're
know.
still
We're not
taking up
part of our
wages.
squad. We have
They
25
are.
people as part of our squad.
What contract is Drinkwater still on? Is he like
He-
2
he-
years
he
left?
ends at the end. He's
No,
done at the
he's
end of
done
the season.
this season.
Oh,
So he
thank
will
God!
be
Thank
gone.
God!
Same with Kennedy.
That's
I
Same
couldn't
with
believe we
Honda,
signed that
same
off
with
player.
our
Bond.
wage bill though. That's perfect.
Yeah, like he's like 100 something K a week, I think, as well. Like Drinkwater is
Yeah, once you get
ridiculous.
some of these guys
Bro,
off the wage bill, once you get some of these guys
Yeah,
off the wage bill, then
but
you
Barkley
can
was
Flat
like
track
15
teams.
million.
Flat track teams. Can you put these comments? Werner on 270 just to miss chances. What the fuck that you bull fraud that you have as
I
a
don't
scheme?
think Timo's
How
on
many wages
270.
is he's on?
I don't
Okay,
think he's on.
see, Redneck, that's the point. So we have 2 strikers that are on over 270K that we're not sure about either of them. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
It doesn't. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Do you think it's a scouts problem that we signed Lukaku, or it's the club movement?
How the
Bro,
heck did Werner bag
The scouts had nothing to do
272K?
with Lukaku. That was the club.
For me, it's the
You see what I'm saying?
lack of director.
What kind of
Listen,
scout do you
hold
need
on.
to scout
It's
Lukaku?
the lack of director of football. It's not about who he is. It's about how he
Exactly.
plays,
Yeah.
right? Lukaku will never be a possession-based player. That's
Thank you.
he's never. So if you buy him and that's a system that you want to play, it's like it doesn't matter if he's good or not. Is you should have understood the way
Exactly.
this guy plays,
So, wait,
not
we're
just that he scores
Also,
goals,
as
not
well,
just that he does this. Same thing
it
with
comes
Werner.
down-
Same thing with Ziyech. Same thing with Havertz. Understand how they play.
But
and it comes down. It comes down to one big thing, and it's not a to do with staff or anything. It's communication. There is evidently no communication going on, because how do you go with the report that came out from Liam Toomey, or I think it was him? How do you go from looking at Haaland to Lukaku? The only way you do that is because you're looking at the name, because they don't play the same way. They don't play the same way, and it's this. I mentioned this.
Scott, what do you know?
Hang
What's
on,
even
Dan,
worse?
I mentioned this in a space. I mentioned this in backstage. Reports in terms of concrete links. We've been linked with 4 left backs or left wing backs. None of them have the same profile. How the fuck does that work? Digne,
Scott.
Kazawa, Tagliafico, and Perisic. How the fuck does that work that you're linked with 4 people that all can play different ways? That does not make sense. That is
I
dumb.
do.
And that's the big problem. I don't think it's scouting. I think it's the direction of the club. We don't know what direction club goes.
Oh, shut up, Ryan.
I said, mind the gap, bruv. I
And this
can't
is
be
why,
honest.
like,
Look
when I
at
say I
your
wanna
gap
keep
to
it back,
City, man. You're trying to
This is why
flex.
when I say I want to take
This guy gave up
a
after
step
2
back
draws
from
to his club.
signings and
Blame
have a
scouts
actual-
and
Yeah, where's your
money.
quadruple, G?
Fucking A.
we might need a summer of us just sitting back and getting rid of all these guys, and let's
That's what I'm
figure
saying.
out
That's what
we're
I'm
trying to
saying.
do
Like,
here.
this is
But actually beat Brentford for
here's.
once, okay.
Let me ask you a question. We know that we're not playing, but we know that we playing possession based football now. But we don't know if we're gonna play possession based football after the summer. So
No,
maybe
it's
maybe front three is actually the ones that actually gonna be playing the way they should be if we change the midfield.
But here,
But we don't.
it's clear you can see the type of manager Tucle is. He wants a dynamic team, a team that can do both. Unfortunately for him, this team cannot do both, and they're trying to do the more difficult one first, right? In terms of all the attackers, right? And what happens is, unfortunately,
Fuck it.
when you stop when teams don't see you as a threat, eventually we're going to keep conceding goals and not scoring, right? Because we've conceded in what?
Yeah,
in like
Ryan, you
13
need to
out of
swallow,
14 games. We're going to keep conceding every game and not being able to score,
Yeah.
right? If we don't get the attack going now.
Yeah.
The thing is though,
Not a
I
dynamic
kind
team
of-
whatsoever.
I had a look at City's numbers from last season and this season to kind of like to gauge how much they're scoring more than us. I don't know about team goals, but in terms of like individuals, their individuals aren't even scoring that many more goals than us. Their top scorer had 13. They only had 2 players that scored double-figure goals in the league.
Right.
But the thing they had is, like you said, Dan, defensively solid, and we had that. And that's all gone out the window, and it's all a mess. And it highlights our attackers even more because defensively we're not as good, so our attackers need to score those goals. They need
me
to
and
score
Daniel
those
were
goals.
actually saying that before. It's like we're gonna start conceding sometimes. I do think we have a bit harsh on some things because we did have a major crisis in injuries and the COVID, and we dropped some points. I think if those injuries wouldn't be, I don't think we'll be in a that better position now. But
we'll be like
hold
5
on,
points,
it's a
I
big
reckon.
but. It's a big but. List what she said. But the problem is the confidence is dropped. So now we're in a bad spot with bad confidence. And when you're playing in a bad confidence, you tend to sink in even deeper. To get out of this shit,
Look at this
we need
guy's
to start
shamelessness,
winning.
man. Oh my days. Sorry.
No, that's a fact. But like when you think about the way that we've been going recently, right? And you just look at the kind of goals that we've been conceding. Like
Sorry.
we'll be up. I remember, I'm not sure what game it was that I was completely furious. We were up 1-0. It was a 93rd minute.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Brighton.
it was Brighton. The team
It was Brighton. It was
I'm
a
like,
reverse
yo,
leg.
I'm like,
Or
can
reverse game,
we
sorry.
how I'm like, are we that bad now that
Yeah.
I don't care what happens the rest of the 90th minute or 90 minutes.
There was
We're
no,
at the
there was,
93rd. It's almost
Yeah.
over. You just have to 90 seconds. That's it.
The thing is, Dan,
60 seconds. That's it. And you can't
it's
hang
more-
on.
There's more games than just that.
Like-
Like you look at the Liverpool game. If that was us last season, that Liverpool game under Tuchel, even if we missed those chances, I wouldn't be as worried because I know defensively we'd be solid. Like I'm not expecting, Trevor Chalobah to do a madness and
Exactly,
just give
like,
them a
that's-
goal, and I'm not expecting like Salah's goal was great, but you'd feel like we could defend it better. But this season, we're more worried about what our attackers are doing because our defense has dropped off so much. Defensively,
Exactly.
we're now not as good as we were. I don't understand what injuries do have a part, but apart from that, like we've seen, like Christensen had a period where he looked
no,
awful.
Scott, you gotta admit it is more than just injuries. We had
Oh no! I
crisis.
think they play a part, but it's more than just injuries because we got players back and they still look off. Like Reece James, when he came back before he then got injured again, was looking a
He
bit shaky.
overplayed.
At times.
He
Christensen
overplayed.
had a period where he was bad. Rudiger had a couple games where he was really off. Like Trevor Chalobah went from playing brilliantly to just being just really poor at times, like mistakes everywhere. We're starting to see more mistakes, and it's then affecting how we are in all areas.
I think we have the same problem we won the first time Championship League. The season that after that bothers players or gets into the heads and stuff like that.
No, but you see, the season, this is why I like the, I actually disagree. Like 13-14, the season right after we won the 12-13, like after we won the Champions League, when Hazard came in and you had Oscar, you had all those guys, we were playing with so much fucking freedom. Like we just knew like we had a couple of holes to plug. We went too far, and because we wanted to win like as quickly as possible, I think Mourinho was the wrong choice for that type of team and what we were trying to do with Mata and all those guys. Like it was crazy good, but I feel like now, again, because we want to win so fast, so quickly, right now, we changed completely the way the free flowing football that we were trying to implement last year into this year, right? And it was working the first half of the season because we had a record breaking back line. They conceded four goals in 12 games, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Right? It was really good. That has completely flipped. When you can see 13 in 14 games, something like that. I know it's just one goal off in the amount of games. So if you're conceding that, you're no longer the best backline in the freaking world. You're not even close anymore. And I think that's going to keep happening the rest of the freaking season. So your attack, I think you have to just try to play to their strengths and hope they freaking score.
Exactly.
I think opposite. I think we need to go back to what we started and build the solid defense again. I don't care about how many goals we score.
Without having Chilwell and Reece James.
It's
I don't
not.
think that's possible with Conte
no,
not
no,
being
no,
able
no,
to
no.
play more than 2 games every. You know what I mean? Like every game.
Yeah. I think defensively you can set it up, with Aspi, even Aspi playing he more conservative and stuff. I know Alonso is the wrong choice for it, but we can set up defensively. Like I said, defense is more important than forward to sustain, to get confidence, to build the confidence. You always have it starts with a draw. It starts with a clean sheet.
The problem is when you have Aspilicueta and Alonso starting on your wing backs,
It slows down your play.
there's not going to be a load of ball progression, I believe, and they give away the ball. That was part of the problem as well Saturday.
Genuine question, though.
There's no width as well.
Hang on. I know Lukaku gave away the ball and right, he didn't get it back, but these guys also kept losing the ball when they were trying to start attacks as well. I think you can
City
get away
press,
possibly.
we couldn't beat it.
I think you can get with possibly one of them if the other side is adequate, is better. But both of them for the next 6 months, we're gonna have to start playing.
I don't think Lukaku should be a prime starter for Chelsea.
No. I'm talking about Alonso and Aspilicueta. I'm just talking about them.
I'm saying that this is what I'm saying. I'm saying Lukaku shouldn't be starter because he cannot hold the ball up top properly.
I think you play 4 at the back with Malangsar.
Even if
Redneck, you're seeing players like Malangsar having to grow into games now. You're seeing players like Lewis Hall coming to the team and play. Chalobah is getting injury after injury now. He's not consistent in the way that he's playing. Aspie has to play a lot more now. I don't trust his backline is going to get better. I think it's going to get worse for the rest of the season.
Okay. Well, I'm saying like my saying is where are we going from here? I'm not saying to the next game. I'm not saying where we going in 5 games. I want to start one game.
Unfortunately, the only way it improves drastically is if we get the players back, which isn't going to happen anytime soon, or we make signings. Unfortunately,
plus James is coming back in 2-3 weeks. So
when he comes back, he's not going to be the same. He's not like straight away. He's not going to be. He'll be better than what we got.
Hamstring injuries, man. He's gonna lose a yard of pace.
I was going to say he will have lost a bit of pace, which means he won't be able to push up.
But he will get the pace back. It's not like he.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to take him.
Trust me,
Redneck, it's going to take him 4 or 5 games, right?
He's
not showed. He's not showed that he lost pace that he didn't have it.
You can't rely on a system where we're just waiting for him to come back in 3 weeks and be the most important player in our freaking system. It's not good. That's not right.
100 million doesn't have nothing to do with the benching player. If he's a shit player, I don't care how much prices is on it.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm just saying, rely on, or not even rely on, have a system that facilitates us just trying to score as many goals as possible. If it doesn't work for a couple of games or two or three games, all right, cool. Try your defensive system and try to not concede goals. I don't think.
Arsenal one injury away from
because we're just making mistake
7.
after mistake. Even if we have a really good game, are you guys confident that teams wouldn't score on us? I'm nervous the entire game now. The entire game, I'm like, it's fucking happening. When the City goal went in, I was like, fuck.
When was the last league or champ? When was the last game where we were decent defensively? And I don't count Chesterfield. I was trying to find a way to word it.
We're decent against City.
Defensively, no, we wouldn't. Defensively, we weren't. They missed chances. They should have been.
They didn't really
No. We were decent, but that's my whole thing. We could be decent for 85 minutes and then
just takes
concede a goal. Like I'm not confident that they can be decent for 90 minutes.
The one goal was a long shot.
That always
happens. What Daniel is saying, I think. Sorry, Daniel.
Brighton, we were decent.
He's not confident we'll keep him out for 90 minutes. Look at Brighton, 93rd minute.
Brentford,
of course, it's always gonna take that one shot.
That we could walk away. Even Everton, we score and they score like fucking 2 minutes later.
Remember early in the season, we would go 1-0 up, and there was confidence.
Remember Welbeck back in the day,
wasn't it a goal against us? You know,
best defense in the world. We go 1-0 up, we should know it's over. The game's over. Anything else is really
done.
important.
Early in the season, it was done. We went 1-0 up. It was done. The game was done.
Now we go 1-0 up. I'm not confident. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say Brighton, we did start to lose control of the game as soon as a certain centre back got benched, but it is what it is. It's fine.
Thiago Silva didn't get benched.
No. I'm talking about a certain Danish centre back that. I said Danish. When it's Rudiger Danish.
If you're hungry, go get a Danish.
Adrian doesn't play for
Lewis, Lewis, calm down, mate.
I'm saving my
Candy.
energy for
That's
Gem's
your
stream, which,
practice.
by the way, everyone check out GNA TV at 7
Candy.
p.m. where we're going to be smoking that Gem pack
Crazy.
nicely. So check it out, guys.
Wait,
But yeah,
Gem's gonna
big
smoke
up Cameron
Christensen
saying
in the tournament.
thoughts on starting a similar team to Spurs' second leg.
No,
Not with that attack, please,
no. You start how we did in the first leg. Not the
Yeah,
second.
either the first leg or nothing.
And there was
Milan
one
start left
super
back.
chat as well. Where is it? Frosted Myth says, "Where is Lord Klasref?" God knows. God knows. But if he's about, he could get a link.
He's delivering his report to his mothership. That's why he's not there today.
He just dipped last night.
No way. That's not that Simfator laughing like that.
You say one more word about Etihad, I'll kill you, Prime.
Whoa.
I didn't speak about.
What'd you do,
mention
Etihad?
Etihad.
No,
he didn't even mention
it, man.
I
What
didn't
did
mention
you do
Etihad.
at the empty head, man? What did you do?
Nothing. Just eat pie, innit?
You
Yeah,
mentioned it, man.
we know you wet pie.
You mentioned it on a live stream.
I do not, but we move. Can we get Lana, please?
Yeah, sure.
What'd you do?
Oh yeah, everyone's.
By the way,
thoughts on
Lewis,
Brighton.
I don't know if I can make on James TV on James thing. Something came
Oh,
up
don't
on
worry,
my-
we'll hold the fort, man. It's calm, no worries. But how come?
my daughter.
Oh, fair enough.
She doesn't like Christensen. That's why he can't go on.
Shut up, you
Is that right?
fraud. I don't understand, man. I really think Christensen is a really good defender, man. I don't understand all this fuss about, and it actually pisses me off.
It's not about him being
You
bad
have full
defender,
knowledge,
Redneck.
that's
It's about
why.
him not deciding if he wants to stay or not.
Alex, you're right. He's good, but it's people like Lewis who compare him to the likes of Maldini.
I think the
If you don't see
saying
the
is
troll,
Maldini's a
if you
huge
don't
fan
see,
of
if you don't
Christensen.
see
I
the
want AC
trolling
Milan.
part in it, it's on you. If you
I
think that Lewis actually do it,
I never said.
if you think Lewis,
Yeah,
do
man,
it
I totally don't think
I never said
Christensen is basically Maldini's regen. Totally.
if
not.
you no, if you think that Lewis is doing it
never
like
said Lewis is serious.
100% think that is, it's on you, man.
I never said Lewis is serious.
Yeah, man, Prime. Why are you taking me seriously, man? You think I never think Christensen should be along the likes of Maldini or Baresi or Beckenbauer?
If
Or
I-
Foyot,
the problem
John
with Christensen.
here's
Listen, the
Nesta,
problem with Christensen,
or
well, it's
Sergio
not even
Ramos,
really a
or
problem with
Thiago
Christensen, right?
Silva.
It's a problem with both of them,
Carvalho.
like Christensen and Rudiger. They have
Carvalho
different
as well.
characteristics, but they're the same type of center back,
Belarus.
right? Which means they're type twos. They're second type center back. You can't play both of them as a parent in a back four, right? They're not. You know what I'm saying? Like they can be. You can play one or the other. The only type A center back we have is Thiago Silva, and you can't just have. And he's
What about
37.
Leader?
He's going
I
to be
disagree
38
with
next
you.
year.
I disagree with you.
You mean like leader?
That's fine. I've seen it.
No. You saying I agree with you. There's two types of defenders. It needs to be synced in. One is the one that actually straight-headed, and another one has to be crazy. It always been everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's the two kind of defenders playing in the two. Crazy one and the level-headed, and that's how they make the good team. And I think Rudiger and Christensen actually make a good team. I don't know why you're saying that.
No.
Come on, man! It's a Terry Carvalho regen right in front of our eyes.
Exactly.
Listen,
Carvalho.
By
the way,
you had someone like David Luiz who was never a type A center back, right? He was very aggressive, and but he was never a type A center back. He couldn't be the main guy. He needed someone next to him to be able to calm him down.
Exactly,
take
that's what I'm
control of
saying.
things, right? I think both of them need that. Christensen needs Thiago Silva to walk him through things.
You need an alpha.
Christensen is the calming presence, though. It's Rudiger that's the more aggressive one. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Look at all
that's
the
half the
alphas.
reason why I like Christensen as a player so much. I
Let's
feel
go back-
so
let's go
safe
back to
when
all
he's
the
there
alphas in our
defensively.
team, right?
He doesn't tackle, he doesn't slide or nothing.
And tell me if he has any characteristics similar to all the alpha center backs in our team. Just going back by history. Gary Cahill, Alex, Carvalho, Terry. Any of them.
On the pitch characteristics, or are you talking about like leadership
On the
characteristics?
pitch.
Wait, you say
Carvalho, I'd say they're both ball playing centre backs. John
No,
Terry
not
was
that.
also ball playing centre back. He grew
not
into that.
necessarily that.
Cahill wasn't good with the ball at his feet, and who was the other player?
It's not about your again.
Alex.
there's something they all have, right?
That's your
If you boot them in the face and they're bleeding, they put a bandage on and they're playing 90 minutes. The game is still going on. If Christensen is just a characteristic of just how he's been played.
You low
He's
blow,
soft.
man. That's such a low blow.
He is soft. It's not about low.
Christensen wins the majority of his duels, but
He's just soft.
Here's
It's not about
here's
winning
what I
duels.
think that people don't
I
understand.
mean,
not
if
reliable.
he was soft, he'd be losing duels, which is what he
He's
used
not
to.
reliable.
Here's the question. Here's the
Oh,
question.
like
Have we
Matt,
seen
He's
a
not
season
reliable.
best away from getting hurt though?
Defender at Chelsea
I've
right
seen
now.
He doesn't have that
Christensen walk
characteristic.
up
You-
after being injured.
if-
I'll pull you
look.
guys out of anything. He doesn't have it.
Look.
I mean,
He's
There's
not
been a
diving
situation
head
where
first
There's
for-
one
he's
There's
not
one
diving
player
head
I'm
first
not
for a
look.
fucking-
There's one
for
player
fucking
I'm not
ball. He's
afraid
not
if
doing
the
that.
forward goes against. If the forward goes against dribbling versus one defender, and it's Christensen or Rudiger, I'd rather he takes on Christensen because Christensen is gonna tag him and push him away from the goal. Rudiger is gonna make a challenge soon or later, and that challenge could cost us. Christensen center back like Aspilicueta. He doesn't dive when
he doesn't
He's
need
space-
to.
he's
1v1, he's
his
so
pos-
good, he doesn't have
He's
to.
exactly. I
Calm
don't
down,
understand how
calm
people
down.
don't
That's
see it.
his positional awareness isn't close to like it's really poor as well.
The whole point of why he doesn't have to tackle is because of his positional awareness.
That's
Wait,
cap.
wait,
That
wait,
is not
wait.
cap.
Wait,
Why
Alex,
do you think that people
Alex,
slide
Alex,
tackle?
You know how many runners run past
All you
him?
see when
Alex
it
is
comes
gonna
to
pull his hair
AC
out.
is him sprinting at a player and getting the ball off them before they can even have two touches of
No,
it.
Alex,
I didn't.
Alex,
supposed
when-
to-
also-
I
awareness.
didn't
I also
supposed
see
to-
players spinning
wait,
round
Alex,
him like and
Alex,
he doesn't
when-
see them.
Alex, when his
I also see him running back on counterattacks, and a player is right there. I see it. You see it. You see
And
where the
the-
ball is going.
And if he's
he
ever
doesn't
running
see it.
back, he's got the ball without having to slide every time. I have
And
seen
that's
him make
how
a
we almost
slide
concede
tackle
exactly.
No, the
once
player-
this year against Richarlison when we beat Everton 2-0. That is the only time I've seen him make a slide tackle.
Are you talking
Every
about
other
this year,
time,
yeah?
he doesn't have to. He's already in the right position,
about
which
this
has to stick a leg out and he's got the ball. And then it's a simple pass. That's why his game goes under the radar
don't
because it's
understand.
not
Use a smaller
flashy.
sample
He
size
doesn't
as
do
possible.
anything
You don't
big like
understand.
all
If
the
you're
slide
making a
tackles that
challenge,
Rudiger loves
that
doing.
means that you already been beaten by forward.
Of course,
If
you
you're
want to
making
use the
challenge,
smallest
it's
sample as
reactionary
possible,
move.
don't you?
And who said that? Maldini. And the regen
Fuck
is
Maldini.
showing it.
You want to use
You
the
got whole
smallest
streams
sample
I
of
don't
as
think
defense,
I don't think we can
Christensen.
disagree that Christensen is
Let's
actually a
move.
decent
Yeah, you know
player.
what? You are correct. Fuck Maldini.
Yeah.
Let's be real about it.
You got a whole
Maldini
stream.
Maldini bottled the 3-0 leads to Liverpool. My guy dropped two
I
man of the
remember-
matches on
God, I
Liverpool
remember
said.
how
Maldini ain't got this, and Maldini ain't got this either. He can hold that.
I understand maybe people saying that he has a small frame and that, but that is not only thing about defending, man. By the way, if you
No, but
think
yeah.
he's weak, he against West Ham, he backpocketed what's his name?
Antonio.
Antonio. Won all the air duels. Won all the air duels.
And you get
Antonio.
caught out for the second goal.
I
No.
don't think we can disagree.
It wasn't
We
on
can't
him.
really-
He was part of the
I don't
re-
think
it
we're gonna
was- he was part of the
disagree that-
reason, second goal.
He outpaced
So-
Mane twice.
Hey, did he run past him or did he not run past him?
He didn't have to run past him. Well, he did run past him with the ball, if we're being
Okay.
honest. But yeah,
Alright, very
he
cool.
caught up to him twice, and he clocked in with the fastest pace for a defender at
Did
the
we
Euro.
lose that game?
Yeah, we did. 'cause
No,
he
we
was-
won
he
it,
was part-
actually.
He was part of why we conceded the second goal.
No, we lost it.
No, we won that game actually. It was the 1-0 where Mason Mount scored. Sorry, mate.
That's cap.
Right,
That's cap.
that's
We
right.
lost to West Ham 3-2.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Liverpool game. Or we
No,
talking about the West Ham
we're
game?
talking
Yeah.
about West
Oh,
Ham.
the West Ham game. Yeah. But
the game
Masuaku
that we lost
bullshit
to West Ham,
tax.
it was because of Rudiger.
You think look
No. It was
I
Christensen
mean, he
who
was
passed
getting
the play in
spun
the
by
second goal.
Bowen the whole second half.
That's not
CFC
the
time
game.
was supposed to, but
My
something
biggest
came
thing
up.
with this Christensen thing is, yes, he's a good centre back, maybe even a great centre back. He's not irreplaceable.
Nobody's
But it's
irreplaceable.
not about, but he's good.
But
But
he's a
the
type
fact
two.
that the contract's been on the table for so long, and he's deciding whether he wants to stay or not.
That's a different conversation. I agree with
But,
you
that,
on
but
that.
that's the point. Yeah, that's what I
I
mean.
will
Like,
slap the shit out of him if it was in front
exactly.
of me.
Thank you.
For
That's my
it's a
issue.
different
like,
story.
You do not.
But
for
not
someone
saying
for
he's a
Chelsea
good
Football
defender.
Club-
It's a different.
No, of course. I'm sure we can all agree he's a quality centre back. But you do not need this long to fucking decide if you want to stay at Chelsea or not. You want to stay, sign a contract. Not
For me,
move
the
on.
biggest problem is when he told Tucle he'll sign a contract and he backed forward. That's when Tucle went on the camera and blasted him forward and benched him, because The way he said it he's gonna sign to Tucle.
Yeah.
And then backflipped on it. That's a different conversation. That's not about the debate about how good he's a defender. As a human being or Chelsea, no. By the way, he had a better consistency career than Rudiger ever had.
Wait.
Not true.
There's no weight.
Not true.
Yeah, like, is it much difference? Like
he had
not
the
true
better
because up
defensive
until
consistency.
no, because
He's the
true, because up until a
consistency.
year ago,
His
Christensen has
consistency
been-
as the defender was
Wait.
better.
I
Rudiger.
want to hear Prime pack himself for it.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about consistency at what? Chelsea? Are you going to mention
Yes.
what Rudiger
No,
was doing in
everywhere.
Germany as well?
Even including
Are you
Chelsea.
going to mention what Rudiger was doing? Are you going to mention what Rudiger was doing at Germany as well?
Yeah, nothing. He was never defender of the year. What was Christensen?
So
Yeah,
Christensen
put your
was defender of the
Mönchengladbach
year.
player of the
Put-
season
put-
award on the
exactly.
table or duck out.
In Germany.
Christensen won defender.
Yeah,
of the
Germany
year
filled
in
with Bundesliga attacks and players
so-
like Batshuayi that
so-
can still bag a goal
so-
a game.
so
And my guy
Christensen
won
won-
Defender of the Year.
So
Yeah, I
Christensen
put the
won-
Bundesliga tax on anybody who comes from the Bundesliga. What you thought this
I'll
was?
put it
Like,
on any attacker because of how
Nah,
open
anybody,
it is.
all of you.
Not the defenders.
The
Because the
defenders let
defenders
him score
can
40
still
goals. If
defend
you let
in
Werner,
spite of
if you
that.
let Timo Werner
That's
score
why.
27 goals,
Are we
could
talking
never- I
about
could never
Rudiger in Christensen, or are we talking about forwards?
talk about
No, the
Christensen.
forwards are the only ones that get
There
the
we go.
Bundesliga
Yeah.
tax.
Nah, they all get taxed.
No, because the defenders are in a much more attacking league. So if they thrive in that league, it says more about them. Whereas the forwards, it's a lot
And
easier
he
for them
was-
to get goals because of how
It's
open
more
the league is.
open.
That's why
And
Bundesliga
he was
tax is
so
suited to the
good.
forwards and not the defenders.
Exactly.
That was a nice spiel, but that's cap.
well, how was that cap?
Tell me why instead of just saying cap. Tell me why.
Now, I can keep going. That's cap because you're trying to.
Why are we
isolate
doing
it.
this? You're spoiling the
The
debate.
defenders
for
are playing
later.
good. The best
Oh
defender.
yeah,
I put
Jem.
McConnell.
Sorry, my guy. We've gone into it early.
Nice.
I put McConnell.
Nah,
as
this is
somehow
my warm-up.
The best defender.
I'm
in,
ready.
the best defender in
one.
Germany. He's shit. If that's the standard, who the rest of them are shit too.
Yeah, but you know who was
No,
that
man,
time?
I'm signed
No,
tight.
hold on a second. Do you know who was that type at that time? Defenders. It was names like the Championship League winners, Bayern Munich had the two of the best defense. That was the same time that what's the name? Borussia Dortmund has a really good team when they are still challenging.
Yeah.
That's the time when he won the best defender in Germany.
Center backs, man.
I don't know the frauds.
Hummels.
Exactly. There you go.
I don't know the
Oh,
frauds
what's
names.
it? No, I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names. You know that.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Was that not during the time when Bayern had the likes of Dante at centre back?
No, that's not the time.
That wasn't the time, no? Are you sure?
You don't
No,
know.
it wasn't the time.
You don't know.
Then when
what,
was
what
it?
center
That's
backs
what I'm
were
asking
there?
you.
It was
Okay.
Max Hummels and Jerome Boateng.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Martinez was playing center back. Man.
Oh,
Stop.
wait,
Javi
so-
Martinez was playing
so-
center back, man.
And was this the year when Boateng got spun by Messi into the ground? Was
It's
that the year?
messy.
When
Seriously,
he got
seriously,
spun
seriously,
into
Prime.
the ground. Christensen also got spun by Messi.
Oh, it's messy though.
Nah,
Messi does it to anyone.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Messi-
Yeah,
Messi-
but, and
Messi's
Christensen
never spun.
Christensen got spun by Messi,
He's never spun
and
a great
after that
player.
he was a bum for up until a year ago.
Prime,
We're
dig
forgetting
yourself
how
a
bad
hole
Christensen
and go
was
back
up
into
until a
it.
year ago. We're forgetting how bad
waffling,
Christensen
man.
was up until a year ago.
Yeah,
Like,
you
let's not
tell
act
me.
like he's
Messi.
always
You
been.
tell me.
let's
Dad,
not act like-
Hold on a
let's
second.
not act
Hold
like
on a
he's
second.
always
I
been
saw him
this
play
elite
every
standard.
minute for Chelsea up until the Europa League and put in a back four too.
In the Europa
Seriously,
League.
do you respect
Are we
Rio
doing this?
Ferdinand?
Lewis.
Yes,
are we doing
yes,
this?
No,
we are
Prime.
doing this. We are
Lewis,
doing
are we
this.
doing-
Prime,
Lewis,
do you
let's-
respect
let's
Rio
go.
Ferdinand?
Let's not do-
You,
let's
man,
not
man
do
wants,
this.
Do you
man
respect
wants to
Rio
say
Ferdinand?
AC
Let's not
was
do
shit
this.
because he struggled in
Let's not do
Frank
this.
Lampard's defensive system. Have some
No.
damn
I'm not
shame.
talking
Have
about
some
Lampard's
shame.
defense. I'm not talking about Lampard's defensive system.
You said he was shit from Conte's second season until now.
Yeah.
But we're not adding
Yeah, but I didn't
context to
just-
it.
but I
We're
didn't
not
just
adding the
mention
fact that
Lampard. I
Maurizio
didn't just
Sarri
mention-
only plays with 14 players and hates rotation.
And he
We're
was
not
average.
adding
He
the
was
fact that
average.
Frank
He was
Lampard
average
had a
under- he was
horrific
average-
defensive system.
He was average.
You should have made him shine
He
even
was
more,
average. He was
right?
average
Like he
under
was shining
Sarri.
in Germany,
average
like
under
you said.
Sarri. He was
What
No,
average
it's
happened
not
under
our
Sarri.
fault. He had a meaty
He was-
manager to deal with.
How many
average-
minutes did he play
He
under
was average
Sarri?
under. He was average under Sarri.
In the
and
Europa
with
League.
Conte,
Hey,
and with
Lewis.
Oh,
Conte,
the Europa League.
You should
So
be
and
lower,
with
Lewis.
Conte,
Like,
and with
No, we
really
weren't
Conte,
talking
only
about
played-
the Premier
and
League.
with
Shush.
Conte,
Ah,
and with
I was
Conte,
about to say he only played
he
like
was-
8
he was-
games in the Premier
hold
League.
on.
You should
He
be a lawyer,
was
Lewis.
average. He was average
Honestly.
under Sarri, and with Conte, he only played for like what?
His
half
prime
a
has a
season?
conversation with himself.
Up until he made like what?
He
three and a
does.
half
He literally
Let him get it
does.
out. Let him get it out. He needs to get it out.
I don't-
Well, I'm trying to answer the question, but okay, never mind that.
yeah,
Continue.
nobody
Go
asked
on.
you a question.
Yeah, Lewis
The
did. I'm
only
trying to
the only
respond to
person
him.
asking a question was me, which you
Lewis
never
did.
answered
I'm
it.
responding to him. I responded to you already. I'm talking to Lewis. I'm responding
To
to
who?
Yeah,
What was my
Never mind.
question?
Lewis, stop
Let's hear what Prime's
The
point is.
asshole.
Let's hear what Prime's point is. Go on, Prime.
Put him on the big screen so people know
You
who
say
Squad is.
go on Prime now. You're the one who stopped listening.
I was listening.
You wasn't
I
listening,
just
man.
you
You
stopped
arguing with
after a
him.
while.
Prime.
Alex.
Never,
Do you
ne-
respect
never,
Rio
ne-
Ferdinand?
Never mind. You can all continue to waffle about Christensen. It's fine. Cool.
Let's go. Right.
Let's move on. I
my,
want to spoil the debate.
my final
Messi
my
spawned
final
voting.
point.
But
Danish
Messi also
Maldini,
spawned
Danish
Rio
Puyol
Ferdinand.
signed the contract.
Danish
Your
Puyol
biggest
is
hero.
hilarious. He's going to replace Puyol in Barcelona.
Why do you think I don't want him to be the reason for Barcelona's revival? I can't be
Don't worry,
bothered.
he won't be.
No, he'll get relegated.
Yeah, because he's signing the contract with the Chelsea. That's why.
Don't worry, he's going to be a part-time tour guide when they fail to register him in Barcelona. So it's fine.
Part-time tour, that's hilarious.
I can't
Like
be
I
bothered.
said,
I didn't have
You
it.
see, no. When the conversation stops about how defensive duties of Christensen, they all go trolling on where he's gonna play, but they cannot stick to actual conversation about his defensive skills. So they have
Conversation is
to
over. Already
Trust
had
me,
it.
bro. Me and Jem have this
It's
back and
not
forth all the time, and all he just says is,
conversation.
"Oh,
Oh,
he got a red
Messi
card
spent-
against
You
Mane
don't
2
like
years
the
ago."
points, man. I told you about the point. I told you about the
No.
point about his durability. He's not a durable player. That's number one, and that's facts.
He's a
His
pussy.
awareness.
I
when
mean,
it
he
comes
rarely
to
gets any long-term injuries.
I don't know what
I
you
have
mean
never
by
heard Prime say pussy before. That's mad.
You can
What?
laugh.
Wait, what did you say?
That
I said I've never heard you say pussy before. That's a first.
I'll repeat it again. Andreas Christensen is a pussy.
I'll give you the big screen as well.
it takes
Go
one
for
to
it.
know one. It
Camera on
takes
and
one to know
everything.
one.
Why
Also
am I
check
on
out
big screen?
Barcelona.
Why am I on big screen?
You wanted the floor.
Because
Say it
you
again,
big
bro.
pussy.
Well, I repeat. Andreas Christensen is a pussy.
Oh, man.
Bitchinson.
Damn. God.
That
Man's
one
got a
hard.
family.
Man said that one. The man said that one hurt.
That one hurt. But yeah.
Did it? Did it
Right.
really hurt?
And if you guys want to see more of this, GNA TV 7 p.m. Jem's gonna hold the corn too. So yeah, let's get
I'm
into
about
it.
to cook him.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be open lines anyway.
know,
so
you've been-
you guys can all hop in 1 versus all. I'm on this. Let's go.
I'm gonna try to get my
One
best to get
versus
on that
No,
stream.
I'm
because
joking.
they
I'll
ain't happy.
Right.
I'll leave him be, man. He's going to Barcelona anyway. I'll leave him be.
And also, Lewis, what happened
Only
to
for Barca
Christensen?
away.
What happened to Christensen going for a
No,
repeat in the
bro.
Champions League?
Permanently, bro.
What?
What happened to the repeat in the Champions League with Christensen? Having
We
to
are.
defend it.
We're three-peating the Champions League, and he's going to be here for all three. And then afterwards, we're going to have Cristiano Ronaldo versus Christensen debates.
God.
Christensen needs a Ballon to even think about entering that discussion. He needs a Ballon d'Or.
Well, I thought he should have been nominated this year, but they wanted to go for
Same.
Kaja instead because of
Kaja
off the
did more.
field reasons.
Kaja did more than Christensen.
What Champions League did he win?
Did Christensen win at the Champions League alone?
He saved someone's life.
I mean,
Oh
he
my
saved
God.
us in the final, yes.
Prime, you
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
he saved us.
flip-flopper.
What? Because yes, saved
Ah,
someone's
cool.
life.
All I'm saying is if Rudiger's tackle on Foden was as important as a goal, Christensen's block on Foden in the second half was also as important as a goal. So,
And
Okay,
Reece
cool,
James
cool.
was our best.
yeah,
at it,
Reece
but no.
James
I
on
mean-
Sterling too. Like I've said, there was about 7 man of the match
Yeah.
worthy players in that final. Everybody overperformed. You could make a case for AC, Rudiger, Jorginho,
Man said
Kante,
it's-
Kai Havertz,
Chilwell.
Ben
Christensen.
Chilwell.
Everybody was
So
insane
many
on
players
that, yeah.
overperformed.
Werner.
And they saved us at vital points to not Werner.
Hey, Werner made that movement. Come on.
No, that was a joke.
Werner missed 2 big chances in the first 10
was a
minutes. We
joke.
won the
It was a
Champions League
joke.
in
It
There
was
was,
a
spite.
there was great saves and one was out of position.
Great saves.
Also, why does I don't know why Jem all of a sudden now backs Werner. I watched the Champions League final with him. This guy got so frustrated with Werner during that
It's
final.
just frustrations.
Man, this guy flip flops more than a light switch. That's why.
Yeah, but because of him, Kai could make that run.
Yeah, but
Jem-
like we would have been 2-0 up if it wasn't for him. So it goes
Jem-
both
So
ways.
what you're saying
Yeah,
is we've
that's just
hired a marathon runner to play out front for us.
Pretty good, right?
Well, I don't
No,
understand the
short
argument,
distance
man. I
sprinter.
really don't understand the
Oh, short
argument.
distance
You're
sprinter, I
blaming Timo
apologise.
Werner for one thing, and then you're saying he didn't contribute nothing. He contributed. He pulled the
Oh,
defense
that's
to
he's the
split.
best attacker.
He contributed the only thing he can contribute, which is runs off the ball. It's the only
He
thing
was still
can
our best
contribute.
attacker last season.
So?
assisting
No, he
goals
wasn't.
all
Listen, he
combined.
failed. He
No.
failed.
He
Okay, so
was.
if you want to tell me that he made
6 league goals.
no, hold on. If you want to tell me
6
that
league
he
goals.
made runs,
mean,
he made the run for
competition,
Havertz's goal. Havertz's first
Daniel.
ever goal in the Champions League. He's relying on Havertz to score his first ever goal. By the way,
Not just
you're telling me
penalties.
he did that? Who made the runs for him in the
Try
middle?
and make the argument about bringing up the stat that he won so many penalties.
No. Who made the runs?
Like I said earlier,
Who made
our
the runs for
standards
him
are
to
in
miss
the
his
box.
chances?
Exactly.
Right, with
Well,
that in mind,
is that
should we go into the lineup, people?
Yeah, let's
No,
do it.
let's have another 20-minute Werner debate. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We haven't even had our 1 hour Lukaku debate. Anybody want to kick that off?
No, I
Wait,
appreciate
also,
thank
Lewis,
you.
today.
also, Lewis, when are you joining Dortmund Fan TV?
When am I what?
When are you joining Dortmund Fan TV when Christensen leaves?
I have no reason to join that. Christensen's signing a 5-year contract, and he's going to be our captain.
With Dortmund.
Legend.
Did he tell you
Is
that?
he?
You
Yeah,
need
man.
to decide what fan TV he needs open, either Barcelona or Dortmund. It's not fun to jump from.
Ask Christensen when he's signing a contract with his new club.
I
then.
will.
Then
I
you
will.
know.
Until then, sit in the bin over there and be quiet. He's
In the
still
bin,
Chelsea
but you
player.
Sit in the bin over there and be
Christensen,
quiet.
yeah?
He's still Chelsea player, right?
Someone
Yes,
said
he
that.
Yeah, respect your
Exactly.
players.
Same as
Do we-
Lukaku. He's still
wait,
Chelsea.
hold
player.
on. Respect the London
Respect
Yeah.
all your players, no names.
Yeah, Alex
Respect the
Ferguson.
London
No names.
Fan
Yeah,
TV.
Alex
Respect the
Jorginho.
London-
Respect
wait,
Jorginho. and
wait,
I
wait.
respect Jorginho.
Are we
Respect
respecting the
Lukaku.
London Barkley? Are we respecting the
I don't
London
respect Lukaku.
Yeah, respect Werner, Daniel.
I
I
think
think you wish you could
do we
hear us
respect the
properly.
London
I don't
Alex,
respect
eh?
Werner, man.
What we're saying.
Oh, kiss my ass. I don't respect him.
Wait, hold on.
I respect them
wait.
all apart from Lukaku.
Do we
No,
respect
you got respect
the
all of them,
London
Alex.
Barkley?
One for all for one.
What? I respect Barkley.
Do we respect the
No.
London Barkley then? Yeah.
Yeah, I do
respectfully,
respect
Respect
Alonso
Barkley
no.
Barkley.
more.
Did you just met me?
No. I'm
I
asking
don't
all
have-
of you guys. I'm asking all of you guys. If we're doing respect all our players, then we respect everyone. Then, yeah.
Prime,
You should
respectfully,
respect anyone
no.
that
There
gets
are a
on
couple
the
of players I refuse to respect in this team.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Look.
So and I
Look.
don't have to respect Christensen, so it's cool.
Didn't say you have to.
So
Tony,
and nobody said you have to. Just
DM
stop
me on
talking
Twitter,
about
I'll
the
send you a
open
link.
going to Dortmund or Barcelona because he didn't do it yet. When he does it, then you can talk. Until then, be quiet.
All right,
Hey.
that's
When?
fine.
Wait, you said when? You said when, not if. No, if. When?
Yeah, when?
On the topic of
goes in the
respect,
summer,
Respect
Alex, where do you think
this is
he's
what you're
going?
doing.
in the
This is
topic
what
of
I want you
respect,
to do.
big up Jed Price who says we should sell Lukaku and Alonso needs to be sold. I agree. Get rid of them both.
Nah, we don't about get rid of Lukaku.
Whoa, you can't get rid of Lukaku, bro.
Why not?
If you
It
find
really
another,
depends.
if you find
He's
another
our
striker,
striker.
it's more about the badge than him. Go for it because
Well, who's that?
I don't even
I'll-
give a shit. Give Havertz the keys if we have to go
Exactly.
for it. Like he'll do more and we'll play better.
Or what's
Like
his name?
Lukaku, I've already told you,
I
get
heard-
goals and assists, and I'll back you because
I
you
heard
obviously
Broja-
don't
I
care
heard-
about
I
being
heard-
here
I
long
heard
term.
Broja has. I heard Broja wants the first team. Here we go.
I heard Broja wants Southampton.
No. Broja wants the
No,
first
he
team
wants to
and
play
he's
for
ready
Chelsea,
to
but he
start.
wants to be guaranteed a first team place.
Yeah. I think
Go
he'll
on,
get
send
it.
Lukaku to Southampton.
Even if he doesn't, I will
I
not
would
be upset
happily
if he
do that.
sold, but only with buyback clause.
We won't use it. We never do.
We actually doing it on what's his name?
What, Livramento?
On
Wait,
the Liverman.
What is that guarantee we're going to use it?
It's not
No.
guaranteed. The guy can break his leg tomorrow.
Plus, it doesn't come into effect till 2023 anyway. So.
Yeah,
That's
next
true.
year.
We had the same thing with Boga. Didn't use it. We've had the same thing with.
Do we
other
need
players.
to?
Nathan
Nathan
Ake.
Ake didn't use it.
Nathan
Did we
Ake
need to?
didn't use it.
Did we need to?
Well, considering we're after centre
Nathan
backs
Ake in our
and we're
back three would be
after
pretty good, yeah.
attackers,
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Now we do. Like,
Lewis, I just saw
You're
your
saying-
quote tweet.
Scott, come on.
What?
You really
There
think
were
that
plenty-
those
there were
two
plenty
players
of
will
people-
made it now?
there were plenty of people
No,
who wanted Boga back. There were plenty of people who wanted
I want
Boga
him
back.
back.
Didn't get him.
I always come back for my
Oh
receipts,
my
bro. Every time. Every damn
Oh my
time.
God.
We have never used the buyback clause. We have
Oh.
never ever used the buyback clause. We've
Big up
inserted.
Monster in the
FC.
cup, man. Big up yourself.
Fucking hell.
Wait.
Fucking hell.
So Prison FC could only get DT as their manager. Wow.
The problem is he kept hitting the bar. That was the problem.
What was it? Someone said it stands for doing time.
The
That's how
sad,
it was told.
the sad part. I've really respected guy. I think he had a good ball knowledge. It just said that
Yeah, I
he's a
respected him
horrible
too. And
human being.
exactly, you never expect it out of certain people, and then they pop up out of
And
nowhere.
you know
He's
me. I've
shocking
been
you.
begging you. I've been wanted to I've been asking you about him for longest time. When is he coming back and everything?
Bro, I
Eventually-
messaged him when he was taking his mental health break, and I was like, bro, like, I hope you're alright and everything. I know you want time to yourself, but like, just
Turns
know
out he was
everyone's
just
here.
mental.
It's just
He was, you
Yeah,
know,
it turns
Piece of
out you
trash.
fucking dickheads. Like, I don't want to
Big
speak too
piece of
much on it.
trash.
But obviously,
That's what it
yeah, everyone's already cutting all ties with him. He's a piece of shit, and no one wants to be
Yeah,
involved.
What did he
with people
do?
like that. What do you mean? What did he do? Bro, if you're on Twitter, don't be so.
Go
W's underage. Don't tell him.
Don't tell
Yeah,
you.
W, chill out, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's on Twitter. He gets the links through Twitter. There's no way he doesn't know.
Yeah, you
He
should know.
knows. He knows.
No
Let him
way.
read it for himself.
Do you know what? Yeah, we don't need to talk about that in front of W. We don't need to talk about that.
What
Yeah,
does he
W,
mean?
man.
Bro,
He's got
He
age
has,
restriction.
he has a police on a speed
He's
dial.
not 5 years
He
old.
has a police on a speed dial.
Lewis. Oh, you can tell W is not 25 or 40 years old, man.
No, and I know he's not 5, so it's not like, oh, send the kids upstairs or something like that. No, come on.
Nah,
Like,
Lewis,
just
he's
search
15.
Twitter, you know what happens.
I'm not
Lewis,
50.
he's
Everyone,
15.
no one wants to fuck
No,
with
you're not
DT. He's
15.
a dickhead. Absolutely bore people like that. Like we've said numerous times, like women don't get given any sort of respect that they deserve, and this is just yet another fucking example out of it. And it could be anybody that you know, literally anybody, and we've just seen the perfect example of it today. So personally, he can get fucked. I hope he has a horrible time in prison, and that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. With that in mind, line up. Anyone who want to go into
Yeah.
the lineup?
Let's
All
end
right.
it.
Yeah, go on then.
Go into the lineup.
Christensen in the back three.
Wallahi, if Christensen's in this team.
4-2-2-2.
He can't be. He's got COVID still.
No. There's no injuries. Tucle said. So
Yeah,
the
but
Danish
he
team
said
is
anyone that
confirmed.
misses City, he said anyone that misses City was going to miss.
Yeah,
this
but
game as well.
COVID's not an injury anyway, so.
Wait, so you said there was no
How do you
new
know?
re-injuries.
Yeah, no
Or
new
or
one. He
injuries in the
said
squad.
anyone that misses the City
Tyler
game will
Bud,
miss
James,
this game
and
as
Chilwell.
well.
That's it.
Ah, bollocks.
Which
All
ain't
right,
playing, man.
cool.
The guy's a bum.
They're Brighton are only missing 4 players as well.
Who are they
That's
missing?
sad. We're cheering that man.
Yeah, they're missing Duffy, Dunk, Lallana, and
Oh.
Bissouma.
Oh, they're
Lallana.
missing Resume as well.
Basuma.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
an
they've
AFCON,
been they've been hit
So,
hard.
yeah, so
as well.
Bissouma's at AFCON and the other 3 are injuries.
Oh yeah.
Basuma.
Would you guys play 4 at the back?
We're not playing forward back. So.
It depends how you're going to play it. If we're going to play it like we did against Tottenham in the first game, the first leg, then yeah, because the way we played it in that game was brilliant.
Yeah.
But then that facilitates that facilitates certain people having to play that I know people don't want to see play. So then we're at that.
Yeah, Lukaku will
Junction
have to play
again.
again.
No, it'll be Ziyech. Will be have to play because Pulisic
yeah,
and
Ziyech,
Boy can't play that right wing back role effectively.
Oh no.
Oh, Ziyech ball.
Malcolm.
All right, we might see 1 or 2 good passes.
So
Well,
Ziyech
we haven't
will
two
probably have to play there.
strikers.
So
So definitely
then
Lukaku, surely.
No, Kai Havertz. Thank
Kai
you.
Havertz and Timo.
Yeah, sure.
Kai, Mount, and Cho.
Mane
please.
striker.
Yeah, put 4-2-2-2.
That's one striker.
Lukaku,
it's
Havertz,
not
Mount.
going to be. We can say about it being 4-2-2-2. It's not
There's
going
no
to be 4-2-2-2.
striker on there.
No, but
No, we're going
it
back
goes
to
through
what we played.
4-4-2 and then a 4-2-2.
We're going back to how we played before. I bet you.
Not
We're
many
going to back three.
chances
We're going
and
back
loads of misses. That's what we're going to do.
We're seeing back
Right,
three.
so who are we going for the back 3?
whatever AC's playing, and I thought it's
could be
COVID,
Timo Werner. Oh, back three.
Yeah, Timo Werner. Yeah.
Christensen,
Yeah.
Thiago, and
I'll play Malagsa.
and what's
Nah.
his name?
Rudiger.
Rudiger. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be our best back three. Malangsa was good defending, but his passing was still.
He could play
And
left
Rudiger.
wing back.
No, but his passing's terrible. He can't even dribble.
And I can't
No, he
spell.
can.
He did all
Didn't
right
he-
against City.
I was gonna say, didn't he dribble past Emerson against
Yeah,
Tottenham?
he did.
Yeah, but
He
Scott, Emerson Royale. Jesus Christ.
No, but even so, like,
Yeah, but his crossing was.
There was still
I mean,
moments
I'm-
like he
it
could
wasn't
not
terrible.
dribble to
I'm
save
talking
his
about,
life
like,
as well. Like there was
he was okay. The
times he
thing
couldn't
for me
get
is,
past
I
no one.
just don't want to see Alonso at left wing back again. Like, I'm just trying to find other options.
I know.
It's too bad. Emerson, no, not Emerson. Sarr can't attack. Alonso can
Is
attack.
Kennedy
Alonso
is
can't
Kennedy
defend.
not available yet?
Oh God. Okay.
Bro, I'm desperate. Is Kennedy available?
God.
If Kennedy's available,
Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, obligatory.
Lewis
That's the
who?
thing. Kennedy. Let's go. All right, cool. But yeah, Kennedy. Can we get Kennedy in here? Is there even
No,
a
we
Kennedy
don't have
card?
Kennedy.
No, he was a Brazilian club,
There's
and
not
they're
even
not
a
licensed.
Kennedy
So
card.
he
Look,
won't
might
even
as well
be in
get
the thing.
Zappacosta, bro. Zappacosta.
Is there... Yeah, we'll use you. All right, there's Kennedy. Just because I'm sick of seeing Alonso's face. Right, who are we putting at left wing back?
Pulisic.
Right wing back.
Aspie.
Pulisic.
Either way, it's going to be poor. My biggest thing is who's going to combat Cucurella and March better. Like Pulisic was terrible, so it might have to be Aspie. Like because Aspie at least defensively is okay.
Yeah, I say Aspie.
Aspie for me.
I'm saying Aspie. I think he'll play it.
Not Cho.
No.
No, I want Cho in the front three.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? He needs redemption for whether that shit show was the last time we played them. Okay, so we'll
I
put
think
Hudson
it'd be.
over there.
You can get that
I think-
redemption unknown.
Yeah, but we had the chance to loan him, and then we decided no, we need wing back depth because we couldn't be asked to get a wing back.
I'll
I
play
think it might.
Cho
Cho,
Havertz.
Werner, and Havertz.
Cho Havertz Mount.
Must have
I think,
Werner
it's
as
gonna be,
well.
I think it's gonna be Werner. But
So what? You definitely don't think
Yeah, I
Lukaku
think,
plays?
it's gonna be
I think
Werner,
Lukaku's gonna be on the
Kai
bench.
Havertz, and Mount.
Is that the one that
say-
we want, or do we think Lukaku's going to get dropped?
I think
Lukaku-
Lukaku-
I'll bring
I think he
Lukaku,
plays,
Havertz, Mount. Lukaku,
I think he
Havertz, Mount.
plays.
No,
Cho
I
is
think
not playing.
Lukaku.
Mount
Because
is gonna
especially
be
after
there.
Tuchel's comments about Lukaku, I think it
Plus, he
makes
played-
sense they'll probably play this match.
He played 94 minutes as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't lie. For me, the two guarantees are the front two are Mount and Havertz. I think the
Yeah.
Cho Werner's like area
Mount,
is the one.
Havertz,
That,
Yeah.
Lukaku. Mount, Havertz.
Yeah,
the-
I think Werner's playing, but
Havertz and Mount are
Okay.
guaranteed. Bearing in mind, Havertz didn't play against City, and Mount only played like all of 10 minutes. They
It's
have
gonna
to
be
have-
Jorginho and Kovacic.
Werner's on the bench for me.
Jorginho and
I
Kovacic.
think it's gonna be Jorginho and Cover as well. Yeah.
I agree.
Kovacic.
Are you not saving content for Spurs, yeah?
Yeah, because Basuma is not going to be there, so nobody's
I
there
was
to
gonna say,
rip
this
Jorginho
game
in the middle.
doesn't. We don't need Kante in this game.
We shouldn't. We shouldn't even. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
fair enough, fair enough.
Nobody's
No,
going to
but to be
abuse
fair,
Jorginho.
Brighton are a team that play on the front foot, so we
Right,
could
but
see
Basuma's
positions where
not-
we would miss his breakup play.
No, but it
Basuma's
doesn't.
not there.
This is the thing. Kovacic and Jorginho are decent enough at breakup play that they should be able to combat that
Pushing
midfield,
P.
especially with no Basuma and no Lallana. It'll probably
Yeah.
be Murder or Moda, however you say his name.
Moder.
I
Murder.
don't even know who the other centre mids are. Be him
Call
or
him
that
Mo.
Caicedo guy they've got, the Ecuadorian, and some other.
Aaron
guy.
Connolly.
He's on loan.
He's a striker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on strike as well. But that's what I'm saying. Those two should be good enough that they can combat that midfield with no Lallana and no Basuma. If they're not, then I have questions. Serious questions if they're not good enough to combat that midfield.
Agreed.
All right. Anyone got any disagreements with the lineup?
Cho
I'll
is
play
not
Malak
playing.
Sarr.
Timo Werner is playing.
I want Lukaku instead of what's in there.
Lukaku instead of Cho.
You can, yeah. Lukaku is still jumping to win the air duel at the City. I think he still is at Etihad. Try to get one air duel one, so he can go back and see if he can.
I'd play.
That was so pointless.
I'd
I like that.
I played
that.
I played Cho right wing back and put in Werner in the forward line. But other than that, fair enough.
Right, so we're gonna go for Werner instead of Cho.
Yeah,
I just don't want to see that guy in this front line. He's just so bad. He's just so bad.
That's the thing. But I think this about basically anyone except this front three, because I let them all off because of their age.
No.
Yes.
No.
Cho is 21 years old and hasn't had a loan spell.
I don't care.
Havertz, to be honest, needs to get a bit more presence, but I think it will grow with him. And Mason Mount needs to improve his end product, but I think that will grow.
So we can't criticize a player because they're young. Is that what we're saying?
No, criticize. I completely agree with. Criticize wherever necessary. But I give up on them. I don't give up on them.
I think
bring on
Lukaku and
if they're in a position to score, I don't care how old they are.
Tony.
They should score. I don't care how
Johnny,
old they are.
where's Johnny?
No, Tony.
Tony. Brighton will play high up and quick. They will play that way against us. Personally, I think we play Werner. It's his runs.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I want to see Kante start as well.
But the thing is, if we're doing that, then
Big up
by that
Chelsea
same token,
SW6 every time.
that same token, does it not make more sense to play Lukaku?
So many players in our team can run.
In what sense? For space to run in behind? Because to be honest, Brighton did play high up against us, and there was space in the last game.
I wouldn't want people to run in behind. Why are we just not playing Cho? Why does it have to be?
Why don't we play Lukaku then? Why don't we play Lukaku then? If we
Cho
want
is
runners
slow.
in
You think?
It's great that Werner runs. What does he do when he gets the ball?
Exactly.
Same thing is true.
The ball. He's shit. He's shit.
Same thing is true. Not
No,
scoring.
exactly. There's nothing up there. Don't give me Werner does runs.
Cho can beat a man.
Anyone, but
Werner
he doesn't do anything with
can't.
the
Cho
ball.
can hold the ball up. Werner can't.
For Christ's sake.
But we don't want Werner to hold the ball up. We don't want that.
I want ball retention.
Okay, Alex, what else does he do with the ball?
That's my
He's got
point.
no trick.
I'm not talking about like. I'm not talking about holding the ball up to allow others. Like, it's not a Lukaku thing where it's hold up play. I'm talking about he can't retain the ball.
I want those three because those three can actually put the pressure on the other back, and they can make them mistakes and score.
Cho can do that as well. Cho can press as well.
Cho can do shit.
Yes, he can.
There was at one point this season he was one of our best three pressers. It was him, Ziyech, and Havertz.
Look at this moron, please! For the love of God, put this moron on the screen. HM, my favorite, my favorite swallower. Look at his comment.
Wow. Wow.
It's a favorite swallower.
Oh my God. Favorite swallower.
Oh shit.
Damn. The stream is about to get wow. Damn, okay.
Cho is faster than Pulisic.
No, he's not faster than Pulisic.
I don't think Pulisic is that fast, you know.
He is. He's got a very weird running style.
Is Cho that fast?
If Pulisic's not fast, then what's Cho?
No, they're both fast, but Pulisic's nowhere near. Cho's nowhere near as fast as Pulisic.
Oh my! I think
HM, for people that don't know why I said it, I told you from a long time ago. Your mama should swallow you a long time ago.
Oh, Alex never changes. Swear down. Can't be asked.
Sorry.
These streams are hilarious.
Hey,
right.
Man, you've been warned.
You've been
Alex,
warned.
you're gonna get it back. All right, just be prepared.
Yeah, you send for Alex. Alex will come back for
just
you
be
lot
prepared,
still.
Man. That's all I'm saying.
I want to hear
Yeah,
HM's
Lord.
response personally.
Oh man.
I'm not that way inclined Russian, but it seems you are.
Funny, ha ha ha. Let me get my comeback sounds. Stupid.
Can't be asked. Right. Was there anything else to go through? Oh yeah, just the news that we already knew. Fabrizio Romano with another tap in saying English clubs are interested in AC. Like, we didn't already know Spurs were interested. Like, we didn't already know United are interested, and he's not going. There's the news. So, David Christensen update.
How's your stock market, Liz, in the mud right now? The AC
Stocks are still a bit low, but they were low when I bought them. And
How's
then
your
they rose
Werner
up to
and
the top.
Westbrook stocks there, Timo?
Westbrook
How's
stock.
Oh yeah, it's not as low as them.
Yeah.
They're
Definitely
pretty good.
not.
They're pretty
Do
good.
not take player hive advice from this man Fatter. He picks the worst player hypes to do.
Hey, that's not
Werner
true.
and
That's not
Russell
true.
Westbrook
That's not
is
true.
so
You could
bad.
do Alonso. You could do a lot worse. Barkley, Alonso.
It wouldn't surprise me if he had a secret Alonso hype. He just hasn't told us about.
You have an
talking
Alonso
about?
shirt.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's got
What?
a burner.
You have an Alonso shirt.
No, what? Isn't that no?
No,
Champions-
do you have an Alonso shirt?
No, I don't have Alonso shirt actually.
Okay.
Do you have a Barkley one?
No. Are they
Wait, do you have an Astrid shirt?
Right, that's a red card. I can't lie.
That's a red card.
Yeah, he's still heartbroken. His girl's getting banned from the bridge.
What do you mean? That's not my issue, innit?
She's getting banned.
Wait.
Everywhere she goes.
Wait, what do you mean that's
She's
not your
getting
issue?
banned everywhere
Wait,
she
so
goes.
Fator, will you be back at the bridge then? Since she can't go.
Bruv, I don't care, man. I'll be back at the bridge every time.
Is
man.
it
Like, I
true
don't
that
care.
the girl, that your favorite girl, Fatar, getting something from clubs, banned something going on?
You know what? Just end the broadcast.
The way he
please.
framed that.
Yeah, it's peak. You're getting locked up in the AC
You know
penitentiary.
what? Let's end the broadcast.
She's next to DT.
At least DT
Someone
might come.
said it.
I saw someone try and make a penitentiary of DT, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Nah, it's in the group chat. But
Yeah,
I thought it was a bit too far.
Put DT in the AC penitentiary.
I would, but like I think it's too soon.
It's too, yeah.
Too soon. Okay. Maybe once we play them, then if the time is done.
Can't be asked. But right, yeah. I think now is a good time to end the stream. Big up everyone locked in. Check out GNA TV 7 p.m. We're running a Christensen debate because Jem just can't get him out of his head.
I'll be on
So we
Fortnite.
packed him the last time. We'll roll that back strap and we'll do it again. So yeah, check it out, guys. Smash the like and subscribe button. Big up everyone that's locked in. We will leave you as always with the AC Penitentiary.
HM,
Take care.
do his
There's
advice.
DT on the weights in the corner.
Astreas Christensen.
Someone check on HM in the comments as well.
Oh, Prime, why are you so hurt, man?
Nah, but I mean, let's be honest. He's just a Danish Lindelof anyway. So well, let's end it.
Lindelof's a baller anyway, so I don't know why.
And
Come on, BL Hive, we out here.
Bring Hazard home.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and bring Hazard home. Damn right. But yeah,
Yeah.
smash the
But
like.
poor
and
kitchen
subscribe
staff
button.
working overtime for that fat bastard. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Speak on that.
Wait.
I can say I'm a fake.
Wait, Andrew, what do you say?
I'm just saying, I'm going to protect these guys. Everyone keeps calling for Hazard back. It's not going to be the same. We need an operation.
You see what Coutinho's doing? The ability
Yeah, but
to
Hazard
save.
needs an operation, Lewis. He needs an operation.
Yeah,
as
he
well,
does.
Hazard.
Your panning needs an operation.
Yeah, he's had a broken heart
Yeah,
the last
clearly
2-3
in
years.
Spain they've got some shit.
Also,
He needs operation
Coutinho was
because he
just
keeps ruining his shorts. They keep expanding.
You know
was
you're
just
still
right.
streaming, right?
Coutinho was
Oh,
just
yeah,
one
yeah.
game.
Okay.
Coutinho was just one game. Like, let's see how he is.
No, I
5
think
games in.
Coutinho still do well though.
I think Hazard will do
Coutinho's-
well in Premier League.
Coutinho's he's still coming off those
Let him
biceps.
come back to England, have some proper medical attention, not these idiots in Spain, and then he'll be fine.
Yeah,
Somebody said that Pulisic ain't no Mbappe. I was like, I didn't compare him to Mbappe.
Pulisic isn't any Mbappe.
Pulisic over Mbappe, bro. Fuck Mbappe.
Let's see if
painful.
Christensen can face the Lewandowski test.
Where's Mbappe's Champions League?
Lewandowski shook of AC if we're being real about it. But yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. As
You
always.
said that with your
Like,
chest.
right, but
Wow.
yes, yeah, I did say it with my chest. Do you want to know why? We haven't played Bayern. And as soon as they saw that Chelsea was progressing in the Champions League,
7-1.
to drop it as last.
7-1.
What?
7-1. Did Christensen play? 7-1. Did Christensen play?
That was Lampard.
Yeah, did Christensen play?
Lampard. I don't know. We'll have to check the lineup, but we'll have to have a look at that at another time. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. Check out GNA TV at 7 p.m. and we out. Up the Chelsea.
Minerals.